It's just fantastic. Hello everyone, welcome back to the first of what's going to be a few end-of-year reviews for Chantal. And we're not going to waste time because this one's going to be long, all 3 parts of it. So let's just dive into January 2022. I'm going to insert this now because you're going to notice it from the time of this video. January is a busy month, whether that be for the Beezer Queen herself, the weird triangle concerning the aforementioned Beezer Queen, DD, and Darth Enabler Nader, and the odd sporadic appearance of Pete's. Or is it Ramon? I can't remember. So as you are now aware that this video is going to be exceptionally long, brace yourselves, because Foodie Beauty's been busy. And to start off 2022, Foodie Beauty went shopping with cold symptoms, which many people rightly pilloried her for because in Canada, if you display cold-like symptoms, yeah, you're supposed to be indoors. But it's okay, Chantal just had to bees it up.
BBJ. You know I look like crap today, BBJ. And I have arm exercises here. BBJ. You're bald like me, BBJ. Look. We have matching bald spots, BBJ. Yes, BBJ. I took really good care of my teeth today. You'll be happy to know. Dandy. Oh no, Chantal's 6-pack struggle. I think every single person has COVID right now. I'm not even kidding. I'm not sick at all. Ah! My lungs. I'm trying not to smoke anything. But am I breathing? I know, Echo, but I don't feel sick at all. I'm not sick. I know I'm just run down. Does anyone actually like that person or what? Is someone gonna cry and ask me to unblock them? The cash prizes are gonna be random, guys. We're going shopping for clothes. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Okay!
Fun fact about all of that shopping you saw. I know, she did so much beezing. The fun fact is, not long after, Chantal put out a community post which has obviously since been deleted, but don't worry, we have it. Okay, new year. Let's try this again. I think I have COVID. I should not have gone out yesterday. I was feeling poorly Sunday for a while, but I usually do when I feel run down. It was selfish to not take this more seriously, and I will contact everyone, including Penningtons, to let them know. I'll update you, i.e. the awards, etc. Everything will happen, including the 12-hour stream, but I just don't know how I will feel now being sick and all. Much responsible. It's almost like you contacted everyone you'd given an STD or something. By the way, after I rogered you, I had the kill, so no. Congratulations for adulting for a moment, although I sincerely doubt you actually contacted anyone. Let's face it, you're only good at confrontation when you're clapping back and then deleting your clap back. Are you clapped? In response to the backlash that Chantal got on the community post that she deleted, Chantal said, "Why do you people expect kind replies or reactions from me when they are being assholes and wishing my death? My vile replies were not any more vile than most who come here to my channel to be a jerk anyways. You don't get it. It literally doesn't matter what I reply anymore, or what I prove or do. It doesn't matter because you all think and believe what you want anyway. If I answer truth, you don't believe it. So I was just replying what you expected to hear in my replies to everyone in my deleted COVID post. In all honesty, I made the previous post to save face. I woke up and really didn't have any symptoms at the time I was at the store. I get run down a lot and feel sick because of that, but it's never COVID. I didn't want to give anyone COVID for F's sake. I am not the only person who makes effing mistakes, and honestly some of the stuff some of you people on here do and say to me and knew another is disgusting and evil. That grammar though. Examine yourselves. I'm not blocking people or deleting stuff anymore, and I'm sure as hell not going to apologize every single effing time I do something you have an issue with. People write dissertations in my comments about issue they have with me, but still come here every day to take a dump on my channel. Cancel me again, whatever, I'm tired. After this, Chantal did a cleaning stream.
Hi everybody. Are you guys leaving? I forgot about you guys. Sorry. So I just did some cleaning here. As you can see, there's a garbage bag, but those are clean pots. The dishwasher's going. All this is clean. Floor's clean. Sam is clean. Did you guys see my food pot upside down? You know what? I can still steal your boyfriends. My lungs are bad. Why do you smoke when your lungs are bad? That's what inhalers are for.
So there is a considerable amount to unpack from that. We can start with the fact there's a stroller in the back. That's interesting. The fact that you smoke, you know you have damaged lungs, but you rely on an inhaler because you believe that is the only way to make it better. Okay. But I guess the fun fact for me is, it was only a few days later, maybe one, that I saw this image on Twitter. I see that cleaning really lasted. Or am I about to find out this is someone else's apartment? You just happened to coincidentally be in there, beezing it up no doubt. There was one other thing I could have attached to the first clip we went through, courtesy of Mary Cab MC. Masks are 8 inches across. There is a 4-inch gap on either side, which means that Chantal has a 16-inch wide face. Isn't that 2 inches shy of Hulk Hogan's pythons? Now you are going to notice throughout the year a lot of deleted community posts. And to support that, we have this community post, which I'm going to give you the Cliff's Notes of. Chantal be mad at French fried. Why? Because of Shannon, you know, her former friend from last year's review. Neither seem overly fond of the other, and well, it appears Chantal is losing a little control. If you've paused the video to read these, well done, they're now disappearing. As the month progressed, concerns arose for the cat BBJ, but Chantal missed the virtual appointment, confusing it with one of her own appointments, meaning that BBJ's health got second fiddle to Chantal, who had to reschedule the appointment. How on earth did you manage to forget it? You have so many appointments, surely at this point it would just be routine. I'm sure many of you at this point have been paying attention to the on-off relationship, mostly on, kind of off, but bitter, vile, poisonous almost, kind of, yes, relationship, almost symbiotic at this point, concerning Foodie Beauty and Darth Enabler Nader. This was something I alluded to at the end of the last end-of-year review in 2021, where I had believed at the end of November, or beginning even, they had broken up. Yet, over the course of November, December, and January, I think they were still together? They were most certainly hooking up. But because things were not going the way Chantal wanted, and I doubt Nader helped in any way, shape, or form, she decided to lash up because she had access to his channel. She kinda deleted a live stream, I believe, while he was live in fact. Oh, and Nader had her stuff, which included her CPAP machine. You know, that oinker thing that helps her breathe at night. Something which Nader had addressed in a 5-minute clip that many people have seen that was shared on Twitter from a live stream on his channel.
Here. You know what? It's my fault for leaving it there, but...
Can you stop this shit? Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Cheers.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I tell you I'm coming. No, you don't say you're coming. I tell you I never stop you to take the thing. Yes, I never tell you to take the thing. But not after you go on my channel, read my thing, and keep pushing your luck for me to be angel. No, I'm not angel anymore. I act like normal people, I deal like normal people, I get mad like normal people, everything like normal people. Never people doesn't...
A lot of people are just saying give her her stuff back.
Why? What about my video? What about when she goes live, my live stream and she ended and deleted? 2 times, not 1. 1 before and 1 now, today. Everybody asks for her stuff, what about my stuff?
So 2 quick things to address his video, although I have of course cut it down a considerable amount. Firstly, I have no idea what he said for most of that. And second, I bet some of you are wondering who that lady is. We'll get to her later. Okay, there is actually one other thing we should add, and it's the fact that while he was streaming, Chantal was in his chat. She also left comments, which we couldn't find, so she must have deleted them, which is quite impressive. a real dedication to her craft, a real perseverance. She's a warrior, everyone, and she will stand up for what's right. And to then address this further, she made a video called The End, where she said the following. To an outsider like myself, when I see something like this video, which I've deleted the audio from because I don't want a copyright claim, I see photos and screenshots. The thing is, I don't know if they're done in the correct order, i.e. do the messages correlate to photos they took together in a timeline, or are they selectively chosen to paint a picture? The thing is, when it comes to their relationship, I mentioned it was symbiotic and poisonous, and it was, couldn't care less which one's correct or accurate, because even after all the arguments, they kept hooking up. They kept getting closer, having an argument, pushing further away. They're both poisonous individuals. Two negatives do not make a positive in this one. And this video, accompanied with the music, is one of the cringiest things I've ever suffered in my life. You can all thank me in the comments for not playing it as well. Now, the relationship of Nader and Foodie Beauty could in and of itself become a video that would take forever to dismantle. Honestly, it would take far too long, but as time progressed, things were further elaborated on. For example, Nader did not give Foodie Beauty back her CPAP machine, with many people in the stream chat where she alluded to this, and also pointing out he did get his money for the stream that was deleted because that's how YouTube works. Many people in that chat were telling her to delete his channel as punishment for what he did to her. She later on elaborated on deleting Nader's live stream, where threats were made and quite frankly it was gauche. But this isn't the most interesting thing that happened in January. No. The most interesting thing that happened in January was what happened next. And it doesn't concern Nader, although I'm sure it was a catalyst. Over the years, many people have mocked the fact that Chantel has suffered with a form of hair loss. I thought it was a form of alopecia. I have later been told it might have been hormonal, or a form of removal of hair via one's own hand, called trichotillomania. To cover this, Chantel has used, I believe, a form of magnetic, threading stuff that sticks to your head for a while. Well, Chantel has decided now is the time to fully evolve into her next form. Yes, she's decided to change from Chantel, Big Beautiful Me, Foodie Beauty, into Mark II, who appears to be bringing back the 80s look. But this isn't where it ends. No, this isn't where it ends at all, and this astonished me. You see, Chantel went from this to deciding, well, actually, even short, I still can't hide it. So instead, Chantel decided to simply remove all of it and look like a slapstick kingpin. Now, I'm not going to deny, when I saw the video of this, I cried with laughter because I thought for a moment she was having a Britney Spears-esque mental breakdown. Then I watched the live stream and realized, no, actually, no, this is much worse. Much worse. But at the same time, I will concede, because she's doing something that actually looks good on her, this is a better look.
Oh, yes, indeed. This is better than gonorrhea and coke. It is!
Yep.
I agree. Fuck.
I've never tried coke, so I'll have to take your word on that part of it, but...
Alright, this is...
I've never had gonorrhea, but...
Now, the month of January is not over for Chantel. You see, even with all the interest now surrounding her, her ongoing battle for viewership and, of course, respect with Nader is continuing. But this is now where we have to insert the other person in that wine-clinking clip, by the name of Dee Dee. Chantel doesn't like Dee Dee. She's not a fan of Dee Dee. She was respectful to Dee Dee when Chantel was supposed to get her TV and her clothes, but beyond that, no. It turns out in person Chantel is not the same cat as she is when she's on a live. Something that has since been confirmed by Dee Dee on one of Nader's live streams, where she was in the chat and of course any discourse with Foodie Beauty.
They're asking if I was the one who messaged to when I said, come get you tomorrow. That was me. Chantel knows. She's messaged me. She's been kind of disrespectful to me, even though I have done nothing to her. I met her a couple of weeks ago at Natters. She was very nice with me when she was coming to get her TV and her... so I don't know why all of a sudden she's really, really mad at me and disrespectful. And so, it is what it is. And I just need to call it out because kind of too much.
Why is that?
I don't know. She messaged me on Messenger asking me as a seriously as a woman, what I, do, and you know what, I don't want to. Can we do a box, man? So. That's not the real Dee Lou. That's not the fucking real Dee Lou. You have to be kidding me. You fucking...
As we're nearing the tail end of January, yes, and this segment is considerably long already, Foodie Beauty may have accidentally doxed somebody on a live stream, a person's home she was at, but then I believe there was also a community post tied in shortly after saying, "There is literally no proof I was at his house, I wasn't," referencing Nader and not the friend. I don't want to talk about him anymore, I'll see you guys later for Beezing. Tomorrow is 90,000 subscriber celebration 12-hour stream. Also unsub if you want. As I always say, this is my channel, so I will talk openly about what I feel like. You know the drill, I appreciate your support, but if you are to conditionally support me, I may disappoint you. Kisses. There were two other ones before that I find interesting. One is BBJ's appointment, so you got that sorted. Nice. Before a 12-hour bees stream. And also you were considering getting a condo for yourself and Pete's. It's always nice to see that codependency living on. Chantal also shared via community post that she had received a new CPAP machine. Congratulations. You can now breathe in your sleep. To then go on, and I believe, I don't know if this actually happened, but rage quit on a 12-hour bee stream.
Hi! So, okay, Chantal, someone is at Nanners, you can hear coughing. Casey. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe the roommate, I don't know. You're ashamed of me? Why? Actually, vegan poop, I checked the farms, there's no fucking proof on there. What proof? I need to see this. The fact that I was like on a certain street at a certain time. So I get my cat food over there too. So Natter is not supposed to eat from now on. Like I don't want to explain things all day about Natter. Like, this is not what the fucking stream I want to be about. Do you know what I'm saying or what? Harry Booger! Welcome to Very Important Beezers Recipes! This is welcome to Very Important Beezers Recipes. I can't beez properly. Like, I have to do your arm wiggle after. No big loss at the blocking, right, Lambo?
I believe this had something to do with the fact that Chantal is spotted, or has been spotted on multiple occasions, near and around the residence of Darth Enabler Nader, whatever. This has caused quite the commotion and quite the stir because of conflicting information and conflicting sources. So yes, it's possible she rage quit her stream quite early in, because she was being asked a lot of questions about her bad behaviour, and also to clarify her stance concerning Dee, her issues with Dee, and of course spending time with Nader. According to Sinatra, the reason she cancelled the livestream and the vet appointment was to go hang out with Nader, in fact, with a wad of cash and a bunch of toys. And as a consequence of that, Chantal dropped a few subs. Yep, that 90k celebration didn't go to plan, did it? In fact, she lost over 2,000 subscribers as a consequence for her poor decisions. Congratulations. Now, to best demonstrate that Chantal and Nader have been on-off, through the month of January, Chantal was allegedly getting high on edibles, while stalking him, posting rather inappropriate community posts, but also making videos against him while sober? I really got confused here, because I couldn't tell when she wasn't high, and whether or not there was any valid point to any of it, because in reality, at this point, I think most agree they're as bad as each other. To the point where, with that back and forth, Chantal then still appeared on a live stream of Nader's making tuna steaks, which got further muddied because Chantal started referring to Nader as her boyfriend, which might have irked the friend Dee Dee, does this feel like a soap, but marginally more entertaining yet? Now I know that might seem like I'm glossing over everything, but honestly I'm doing you all a favour. And also I think February might, pick up the slack here and further make this an entertaining review for a year. So instead we're going to finish the month with Chantel's New Year's resolutions.
More blah blah blah. Honestly, I think New Year's resolutions are kind of dumb. Well, this year I'm bald. This year, the one thing I want to mainly focus on, I don't want to keep making resolutions for my weight, yada yada yada. I do still want to focus on all of these areas of improvement in my life, but the one thing I want to put at the forefront is just trying to keep my word on things.
Well, at least we can both agree New Year's resolutions are stupid, but for the sake of you keeping your word going forward, we shall for the remainder of this video have that in our minds as we reach February 2022.
Jesus Christ, this month was long. If the others were anywhere near as close, this video is going to kill many brain cells. Fuck's sake.
I want to get a real baby doll. Does anyone sell those? Sometimes I get the urge to just hold something and breastfeed it. I swear to God. I think I still have maternal instincts. Ew.
Well, if that's not a disturbing way to start the month, I'm not entirely sure what would be. Oh, but wait! Last year, we had the monthly flash. Well, don't worry. While January might have been skipped accidentally on my part, if anything, to save you, when she did in fact flash in January, I just didn't allude to it. She did it again in February. Yep, don't worry. The farms have it. It's another FUPA flash. The camera was on and the phone was dropped, and we got an upskirt. Ew. Chantel also started the month by bragging about having a clean apartment. In the video clip I'm going to show you, I'm going to, offer a comment as to why this may not be what it appears to her.
What this dress looks like? What do you think? It's a long sleeve, but I put the sleeves up because I don't like how the sleeves get in the way. So
Last I checked, for something to be clean, the rubbish had to be on the outside of the building. So next on the February beezing itinerary, Foodie Beauty collaborated. She collaborated with Carly Steele and her boyfriend Josh. Now it took me a while to find this. There is obviously a live stream on her channel, which is quite amusing because you can tell from the video that Carly and Josh do not want to be there.
you know what plain cheeseburgers in here? Where's plain cheeseburgers? There's nobody. I don't think people are getting the notifications because you know how you only get notified 3 times a day.
Is this a threesome?
Is this a threesome? Yes.
You only get notified 3 times a day?
I post sometimes more than 3 times in a 24-hour period.
Mm-hmm.
So you only get notifications for somebody if it's if they post more than 3 times in a day, 24 hours, you won't get their notifications.
Oh, no way, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
There was also a subsequent video later on Carly and Josh's vlog channel, just them two, where they did a mukbang with Foodie Beauty. Yay. That wasn't awkward in the slightest.
Is it good?
That's very good. That is very good.
Babe, they can't see you eating.
There we go, yeah.
Sorry.
You're on the very edge. We're gonna fit 3 people in here. 4 people. No, I'm kidding.
But how I found out about this is because of Irate Alex posting a cleavage shot of Foodie Beauty in a negligee, because if I had to see it, everyone else did too. It was also around this time that while in that same negligee and incredibly off her face on something, let's assume Iron Brew, she alluded to the fact that she was still in contact with Nader, or Nadir, whatever his name is.
Well, you called me yesterday at around 11 a.m. and you're like, from a private number, and you're it was me. No, I answered him hello, and he's like, hello. And I'm not gonna say all our private shit, don't worry, just give me a chance. And he was like, I'm so drunk, guys. And he was it was me, you bitch.
And then she face planted a wall. So next on the agenda was an announcement from Foodie Beauty and Carly Steele concerning only FUPA.
And thanks for making them laugh.
It'll be out soon. On Thursday, we will have the collaboration out.
I can't wait to see it. Oh my god.
It'll be fun. It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's pretty fun. And...
You might notice some of these are a bit jumbled as far as release dates go. I do apologise for that. But piecing together a timeline between February 6th and February the 11th is quite frustrating. It is not assisted when Chantal deletes some of her beezing streams. But it's okay. Just Saying has them. Sorry, Little Dumpling Just Saying. And I can kind of understand why Chantal deleted them, because when incredibly inebriated, she'll say things that are quite flippant, but let's face it, simultaneously honest in her head, which leads to quite frankly, a car crash stream, which at the same time is not a car crash, because it's very interesting to watch.
Tired of being home alone, used to have a girl a day, I want you to stay. I cannot believe my fupa, I didn't see it. I cannot believe I did OnlyFans, oh my god. I did some OnlyFans content with Carly. Did my whole fupa show? Like, what's going on? I'm not gonna throw out your lingerie, I'm gonna keep it and sniff it. Beezers and Caitlin, welcome to Renwick. Beezers, ready, set, bees. Honestly, I like the wig. I feel comfortable in the wig, honestly. I am collabing with Carly on OnlyFans Dollar Store Bones. We did a collab tonight. It's gonna be just to get me started, like to, I guess, whet my appetite for it, because like we just like had like both matching lingeries and we're like, boobs were out. I don't really care. I mean, it's a body. It's a human body. Underneath the fupa is a regular vagina, just like everyone else. I talk so much shit about him, and like you guys know him, like pride for him as an Arabic male. I don't know. Is that racist? Don't be his friend. You know you have to. Oh, I'm fat. Oh right, because FFG is watching me. FFG taking all my viewers. I drank a whole ball. Oh, there's a little bit left.
With the clip that you saw, I think we can all agree it was a little all over the place. Thank you, Just Saying, for letting me use it. There are a few comments that are worth making now. Carly doing any work or collaborations with Foodie Beauty, if anything, look like someone taking advantage of another person who is, quite frankly, vulnerable from their own abuses. Substance, food, the list does go on. But Foodie Beauty did do some collabing with Carly regardless, and pictures of that were shared about. I'm not going to show them, but if anything was learned from these particular images, it was that Foodie Beauty was bringing back for another renaissance the catfish. Or is it the fatfish? I think the correct answer to both of those is yes. So how does her month continue?
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, guys. Did you guys see my butt? I hope not. I forgot the camera.
Foodie Beauty's lack of hygiene was seen on display yet again with a cat. Is it BBJ? I can't remember any. But also many people have started to comment, as if they weren't already, but especially at the fact that Foodie Beauty streams on a very much regular basis while inebriated in some fashion. Either that be through alcohol consumption or something else. Let's call it the mystery box, because I can only tell you what I think she's not on. Anything legal, because she forgets to take gonorrhea meds, that's my evidence.
Rue, if I wanted to go back, I would have gone back when I came back home. I would have taken him with me, imagine. Like, I couldn't, it used to be like I wouldn't want to even be without him for like a few hours. And now I'm just like, I don't really want to even be around him at all. I really, really just want to focus on myself. But I feel like right now I'm just...
With Chantal's fortunes changing with regards to her subscriber growth, Chantal naturally has to say something colossally stupid to really drive up that interest.
Shut up, Dee Dee, just shut up. How do you make your grape mint gray water smoothie? I There's a fake plain cheeseburgers. His pudding is milk water. Chantel's baked lasagna. Ready, set, peas. Welcome to Rainport Beaches. No, you're not gonna make fun of Pete's anymore, okay? Like, your friend is... Oh, my God. You're going to make fun of Pete's? Look at your friend. Look at your friend. Pete's is more of a man than you'll ever be. Pete's is a man, period. You're not. No. Your anger and aggression don't make you a man. It makes you less of a man. Too worn? You look like a fucking giraffe. On crack with AIDS. You look like a fucking giraffe camel with AIDS. Okay? Silkworm fruit fly. Same sense of chamois. Oh!
Now, I can fully understand and appreciate that the situation is quite difficult, challenging for Chantal. I really do. But perhaps laying off the language that many would consider to be quite racist would be more beneficial. But at the same time, you are very much aware of what gets you the attention, even if that attention can be considered a breach of terms of service. Now to get back on track, Chantal during one of her streams, because she's super intellectual, decided to try and find out if there was in fact a study that confirms if an STD can come from something other than sex. So a TD, which, well, I'll be honest, most are, in some form, yes. Most. I assume this is a direct response to somebody perhaps suggesting that by sitting on a toilet, that somebody with an STD has used means that you'll contract it as well. With Chantal making tremendous inroads in February of 2022, she took to promoting her OnlyFupa account on her community tab, with special discounts for newer members, the first 100 Beezers, congratulations. Now with this came some consequences, one being an accusation of scamming her audience yet again. This one comes courtesy of the Balding Ogre. Whether it is true or not, I'm not sure. And where many people say you're a bit of a mug for giving her your money when everyone knows she will mug you off, they've got a point.
Crazy blonde biatches, why are you cutting so slow tonight? It's chicken.
Because Miss Onion is not here.
Hold on a second, guys. Minnie says, y'all watching reaction channels now? Y'all funny. Well, they send them to him, so yeah, then we get to know and we'll watch them. I really like Cheyenne, so it's really funny. Sophia Maserati, Didi, why are you so obsessed with Chantal? I don't know if that's, maybe the question should be asked the other way around. Because I'm definitely not. Mystery Mia, dude, I don't accept Chantal's actions either. At least Chantal apologizes sometimes about fat shaming. Didi doesn't. Mystery Maya, did I ever say anything in regards to weight shaming? I'd love to know.
The point of the stream I'm now showing you is because we've now reached a point in the month where a recurring and obvious problem has arisen. The problem is that both Nada, and Foodie Beauty are spending a vast amount of their streams talking about each other's streams, which are talking about them, 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 talking about them. Which, I'm not going to lie, makes covering this quite tricky for me, because then I have to go through all the other streams to find the relevant passages. It also muddies the water. I think we can all agree there's no version of this where Nada, Didi, or Foodie Beauty look good in any light whatsoever. I have to insert that, because if I criticize Foodie Beauty, you're going to say, or someone's going to say, oh, but Meg, you're now defending Nada or Didi, when I'm really not.
I just want to note that, overhearing all the yelling from my room
is annoying.
Nobody's coming out of this looking good. Nobody.
I know.
Honestly, everyone involved looks like assholes here. You would be far, far better off just turning this off, blocking him,
And saying goodbye.
and just forgetting that he existed. Like, you'd be better off both
I can't even hear him.
You'd be better off emotionally, and you'd be better off in terms of just how you look to people. Like, seriously, just fucking
Turn him off?
that is all you need to do.
Foodie Beauty and her non-fake boyfriend in her head, Natter, are at it again. Yes, they spent Valentine's Day in the way that most couples did.
He's turned the TV off, and he sat there to sit there with Dee Dee. Call me several times. Unless you're
Please, I work alone. Anyways, in this corner, we have Foodie Booty doxing herself, doxing Dee Dee, and in this corner, we have a dueling live stream from Dee Dee and Natter, in which Natter is actually trying to make us think that he is a better person than Foodie Booty. Both of you behave in terrible ways, and you both need to stop. Natter has been fat-shaming her. He's been wearing her dirty underwear, or showing them off, or so to say, and then Foodie Beauty has told us that some people that she hangs out with do not bathe.
Why does Nada have Foodie Beauty's clothes? Also, aren't you two supposed to be done with your weird symbiotic relationship? Codependency 101. He wants your fupa, and you want someone to find your no-no square. Around the time of Nada trying on your clothing, or Foodie Beauty's clothing for the audience, there was somebody appearing in Foodie Beauty's comments called Roman. I have no earthly idea if this is supposed to be some kind of replacement Nada, or, and I'm basing this on the comments left on other people's content, if this is just a parody account of some kind. But I guess based on the fact that I checked some of your channel shorts, you went to the vets with BBJ and Foodie Beauty, you're not as fake as I thought you were. That's interesting.
BBJ going to the vet.
BBJ. Whoa. You're hanging tight on the BBJ?
68 for 1.5 kilometers.
He's laughing while they have dinner in bed, of course, and he's gonna come on and gaslight. Just watch. Gaslight, call me a whore, make fun of me, put on my underwear, show my crusty underwear. But I'm just telling you, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to destroy me. He can't control me anymore, so now what he's gonna do is try to control how others look at me. And because I'm a strong woman and not taking his shit anymore, he's gonna probably try to come after me somehow.
While I'm almost certain there's more context to that and I'm missing a fairly sizable amount of it, because have you tried going through a channel that exists solely as a streamer's content? It takes a while. I think we can safely say Chantal did not take kindly to him, Nada that is, parading and wearing Foodie Beauty's clothing. This all led to a number of streams between Nada and Foodie Beauty. Nada doing one called Restraining Order, Foodie Beauty doing one called Lies, and the since deleted What It Is Really Like Filming for Chef. Also, Didi, I'll Take You to Montreal is, well, that was a stream as well. Here are my favourite parts.
Here first.
Actually, it looks pretty good.
Huh?
Yeah.
This is shit with the place. And here it is, guys.
As Nader is known for liking his chicken to be medium rare, it is safe to say he does not know how to cook. But he does know how to use a knife. By all means, insert obligatory remark based on his record here. Everything Chantal has put on the screen in that video, though, is inferred. She doesn't provide any evidence to prove that he did any of it. It is only word of mouth. Nader does not have a good track record, I know, but something of substance would have been beneficial to her claims. Shortly after this and their back and forth, which did lead to some other consequences in the future, Chantal had to go to the ER to have a scan, where she was given some rather surprising news.
I have to go to the... So she said just get a blanket and just... She gave me a note to go to the ER. Patient with umbilical hernia, multiple blood clots, and blood work for pancreatitis. My quarterly ER visit's overdue. How am I so happy? Because I got a clean bill of health. That's why.
I think I speak for everyone when I say, congratulations on your clean bill of health. Now, tensions between Nader, Foodie Beauty, Didi have been escalating for some time, and this led to a, let's call it, head, where Foodie Beauty went to the police, more notably to Nader's parole officer, because of accusations. Now, I cannot, in this video, talk about those accusations. There are other accusations levied at Nader. They are not good, of course not. These accusations involve S.A. You know what that stands for. It sounds like grapefruit minus the fruit and the G.
Engaged. Can you imagine what welfare wedding that will be? They do. And if they don't, I will make them leave me alone. Legally. And I have more money than you, so I can afford to. So shut your mouth. And anyways, yes, I have strep B and bacterial vaginosis. I was holding back on the bacterial vaginosis because I might have slept with Roman, but now that that's off the table. He's at the courthouse having his relocation application approved to move to Montreal. Yeah, we'll see about that. Show the cops the pic I sent you on Insta. What pic? I am gonna go in. So, they've arrested Nader, and I didn't expect that, honestly. I honestly didn't expect that to happen. I don't know what I expected to happen. I gave my side of the story on what charges. Physical abuse or assault or whatever, confinement, and sexual assault. Yeah, I had a hard time remembering things. And I think my short-term memory is affected because of all the cannabis use. So you're right, I need to stay sharp, but I had a hard time. I'm like, I don't really remember. Like, they would ask me stuff like, what are you wearing and stuff? And like, what were you wearing? I'm like, oh, I don't remember. Like,
I know I started with other things that weren't really connected to the accusations and the arrest and the fallout, but I just wanted to add vaginosis because it tickled me. As far as the accusations go, since Chantal made them to the parole officer since Nader was arrested, Chantal has shown a level of regret that has bled into March, which is where we will then continue that story. The what were you wearing question, though, is quite interesting, for a whole plethora of reasons, along with the fact that she admits to being baked, which, I'll be honest, at this point is beyond levels for medicinal purposes. That whole, I'm literally addicted to everything once I get into it. So I guess now we should end February. There are a few other little things with Roman, don't really care enough, and instead head on into March. Because boy oh boy, does that take an absolute dunk, dab, and shit on what we had planned to do this year. The month of March is where things start to get a bit tricky, because there are multiple different story arcs to go through, and I don't want to be accused of glossing over things. I did make some videos relevant to this month, and I'm going to use those clips when relevant, for one particular moment that many of you will know about that I had believed would be what killed this end of year review. So to start the month of March off, Foodie Beauty went to New York. Why? Because she wanted American McDonald's. But, being the rather precious person that she is, she did not realize, because she doesn't prepare, practice, and perform, that she had to have a negative COVID test to get back into Canada. So she was stuck in America until she could get a test result of negative.
sorry guys, I can't look at the chat. I'm just trying to see if I like these menthols. Probably not the smartest idea when you have asthma. So, I feel homeless in America. Today is the day where all the rules changed. Canada, I'm mad at you. Let me just say, okay? You are making it ridiculous for people to come into Canada, especially your own citizens. Knock it off. Like, seriously, I'm double vaxxed, or I'm vaxxed. I've been in the US for 2 fucking hours, and you're not gonna let me back home? That's ridiculous.
During a stream later on this day or a separate day, I cannot remember which, Foodie Beauty is alleged to have doxed one of her exes named Paul, giving his full name and telling her chat to go find him on Facebook. Foodie Beauty also deleted a stream. I'm not entirely sure if it's because of the dox or because she was singing along to the radio. This led many people to realize that the Paul in question could have been the Paul from a 2017 storytime titled Crunchy Spring Rolls and Vermicelli Noodles mukbang.
Foodie Beauties. Hi, Foodie Beauties! I'm jealous. I think mukbangers are so wholesome. Beauty Byte. So I started going out more. When we were together, I was pretty, you know, I stopped really going out with my friends as much. I think I have a picture of that night I met this guy. We're all having a girls' night. We're going out to a club. As I'm going in, I feel a guy grab my waist, put his arms kind of around me, like kind of jumped and turned around, and was this tall guy. I like attention.
There was a stream done not long after this all came to light titled Coward. In that stream, Foodie Beauty raged quite a bit, but as you can see here, it has since been deleted, lost to the internet and ether, like that of almost every single community post where she dunks on another person.
I don't even smoke, and I'm smoking cigarettes. That's how stressed out I am. And don't email me. There's a weirdo person who watches me who emails me, like emailed me while I was restarting my phone, like, you should be arrested. It would be doing you a favor. Like, arrested for what? Being fucking sad, you idiots? I'm not allowed to have feelings or what? What? I'm arrested. Is it illegal to be fucking sad and mad and upset for being used and abused for 10 months? And I'm mad at myself too for going back every time. Don't worry about that. I know I'm an idiot.
Because Foodie Beauty has all the maturity of a child, and because of her petty jealousy concerning that of the super stud muffin Nada, Foodie Beauty has decided to cosplay as her idol, DD Senpai. She had claimed it was actually because she was trying to emulate Madonna. Unfortunately for Foodie Beauty, it's very hard to say that she is trying to emulate a different type of icon when one has a jawline that is visible. Now, for some odd reason, Foodie Beauty carried on the month by embracing the doily as a suitable replacement for follicles. I'm not entirely sure why this was on her head. I can't remember if it was because someone else started a meme and she embraced the meme, or if she started doing this and everyone summarily went on to mock her because she was wearing what looked like a doily on her head. I thought you only saw those at the edge of armchairs. We're only 3 days into March and already a turning point has taken place. Hater Nation has rallied, at this point anyway. And the reason why is because Charlie Gold on Twitter tagged YouTube creators, Team YouTube, over deleted streams with accusations of transphobia, homophobia, doxing, threats, inappropriate questions to minors, nudity, constant changing into lingerie. Many other creators had lost monetization for much less. And so there is a valid point here about what Foodie Beauty was doing and how she was not at any point facing consequences because she was raking in stupid amounts of money and believing herself above the rules. Foodie Beauty also started getting newer tattoos, her birth sign being one of them. You know, that star sign thing that people believe in? You know, bollocks basically. Aries being hers. I thought hers was Cancer. It was around this time many people spoke about the Omegle debacle. It is believed that Foodie Beauty breached the terms of service of Omegle by not getting permission of people that she spoke to while broadcasting their stuff on YouTube. Bit naughty on her part. But also it's believed that somebody has shown their penis during that time. She spoke to minors. She was, for parts of these interactions, in a bra or lingerie itself. She was quite inappropriate and hardly surprising she got into a bit of trouble for this one. When Foodie Beauty tried to bring other creators that do Omegle related reaction videos, the creator in question slam dunked on her because she gets permission. She removes people from videos who don't want to be in it. She blurs anything inappropriate, as opposed to a live stream where she just straight up live ripped this. If you remember from last month, Foodie Beauty had indicated she was pressing charges, or she'd gone to the police concerning certain crimes that she claimed Nada had committed. Well, she's decided and had announced on YouTube she was going to withdraw her complaints and thereby close this issue. And as a follow-up, she asked that people stop talking about Nada in her chats. Under one of her streams, May Anderson, who has many complaints, many against Nada, indicated that she was worried that Foodie Beauty only did this to affect her own issues with Nada and case against him out of spite. Thankfully, May is not going to back down on this one. Between the 7th of March and the 9th of March, Foodie Beauty promoted Only Fupa a lot on her community tab, while also going to war with Charlie Gold, defending Pete's for various nonsensical reasons, it was quite a busy time for her, and I mention the 9th explicitly because on the 9th of March 2022, Chantal Marie, aka Foodie Beauty, aka Big Beautiful Me, was terminated from YouTube for severe violations of the nudity or sexual content policy, which was quite the turning point. I had believed Hater Nation themselves would be screwed without her because Amberlynn is deemed boring. After a couple days of radio silence, Chantal did start to do things again though, and this is where I insert clips from 3 videos that I did talking about this. What I've noticed is whenever anyone's given her the advice, she has looked at you while you've spoken to her, but then zoned out of the conversation and just fobbed you off with, yeah, you're right, yeah, you're right. Hardly the sign of somebody who actually cares about themselves. And when one's channel is terminated, if this is your source of income, you do have to be very careful how you rebuild yourself. There are obviously avenues and opportunities available to Chantal if she's willing to try, but she's been yeeted for a reason. I have mocked the fact that in both instances, every month she invariably flashed an area of her body that no one wanted to see. We've all seen it now because those images were shared quite heavily on Twitter. Since losing her channel, I'm not entirely sure if her appeal has gone well or not, because Chantal had another crack at it. You see, since losing her channel, Chantal has become quite the philanthropist, spreading herself out onto multiple platforms so she can try to recoup from the damage that was done. She had been streaming on Patreon or only Fupa, I can't remember which, but I do vaguely recall seeing a clip of her complain that only 23 people were watching her. And if any of you have seen the OnlyFans leaks, big F for you. Clorox will be your best friend. She had created another channel called The Beezer Show. The Beezer Show to Chantal was apparently a business that was allegedly registered to another person who themselves was like, yo fam, get the fuck off my name. I got a message from one of my lovely mods. Chantal got her main channel back, and I sat back and went, YOLO swag fam, surely you be joshing. Turns out, yes, she did get her channel back. I have no idea how she did that. So how does Chantal celebrate the return of her glorious channel? Chantal celebrated with a live stream during this 20+ day hiatus from YouTube while spreading herself like butter on bread on every platform she could, creating drama on every platform as well. Chantal was also planning a holiday, something which we heard about during the Beezer Show videos, which is now Beige Productions, or is it the Beezer Show again? I actually lost track of the name. She was going to Cuba, everyone. I thought this was a joke. I thought she was going to buy a green screen and just put it there and imply that she actually was in Cuba. Maybe meme the crap out of it and do something very funny. No, she went on holiday as a celebration of this. But earlier I mentioned the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and perform. If she had prepared, she'd have known there are no cash points. Perhaps if she'd done more preparing, she would have brought more money with her. Perhaps if she'd done even more preparing, she would have perhaps looked at what activities were available for her. But some of this bleeds into April, so we'll save that little nugget for another day. I guess the 3 Ps are now prepare, prepare, prepare. What a wonderful time to be alive. There are things I haven't mentioned during this month that I'm now going to quickly touch upon. The diminishing health of her cats, not a good look for her, but she did eventually get some things done. Ish. Kind of. The ongoing back and forth 3-way nonsense with Nada, which also bleeds into April, so we will touch upon it in April. And the ongoing issues concerning Pete's and Pete's gender identity struggle. Not something I want to talk about here. I think that is something very personal to Pete's, and I still do plan on doing a video concerning Pete's at the end of this year as well anyway. So watch this space. On the 29th of March, Foodie Beauty got on a plane, and yes, she started live streaming on holiday, which I found quite strange, because she was streaming from her bedroom, streaming from a cafe or bar, whatever, the occasional stream on the beach to show she actually went to the beach, talking about how she blew her money on other people. She brought $500 with her. I think if she blew it on anything, it was on more poor decisions, because she couldn't bees it like there was no tomorrow. While I have reduced this month down compared to January and February, I promise you there's much more in April, don't worry. We're not going to talk too much about this image though, I just wanted it on the screen because it made me laugh. the back and forth between Nada, Foodie Beauty, Didi is getting close to being out of hand. And it was right at the end of this month, during 2 streams that she has since deleted, Chantal yet again unloaded onto her audience that she was clearly conflicted, messed up, didn't know what was going on, didn't know what to do, how to resolve, but felt it right to broadcast this to her audience, that she was going through not only a tough time, some things weren't quite right, she definitely doesn't want Nada back. It all gets quite confusing, okay? So I'm just going to play a clip of it. Oh, and in case anyone doesn't know, the stream where she really screws up and says some really messed up things happens in April. That's going to be a doozy, right?
I'm scared myself. I was sleeping and I had another bad dream. I don't think it ever was love. I don't know what it was. It like fucked up, like toxic bond that like is just really hard to break, but I am pushing through. I don't want him back. I don't want him, like, at all. I don't want, it's not that. I'm like seriously just tired of like when I try to forget and like move on, I have nightmares and like I don't want to go out and get fresh air right now. I can't move. Like, I'm not okay. Like, I'm not okay. I know people think I'm just being a loser. I'm not okay. Like, I'm not dramatic for nothing. Like, I'm seriously up over what happened this past weekend, and nobody is gonna pay for it. I'm paying for it.
So let's see, for the month of March we have animal neglect, which was an ongoing issue for the first 2 months and many months from last year as well. We have the inevitable neglect of Pete's and his issues. We have the ongoing issues concerning Foodie Beauty's clear love for Nada while claiming not love, wanting to have him, not wanting to have him, wanting to be with him, willing to go certain extra miles for him, and of course, the Didi senpai. We have that even though Chantal went on holiday, she worked. You have that when she finally lost her channel and felt some responsibility, she decided to beg to get her channel back, which is what she did. She spread herself on multiple platforms, showed she can be a shitlord on Twitter and will engage with everyone on Twitter. She doesn't have as much pull on OnlyFans, Patreon, Omegle. She doesn't have the pull when it comes to live streaming on Twitch, but she was able to get an audience of sorts. You have the fact that Chantal clearly needs to get help, but refuses to pay for help in favor of beezing it up like there's no tomorrow, retaining the old-fashioned ways of deleting community posts, attacking everyone with a pulse that she just doesn't like, and being the most impulsive, reactionary type that she could possibly be. Now, I know reactionary is a bit of a buzzword, I get it. In the context of Foodie Beauty, she has never changed this. And it is that same reactionary behavior that has caused her to delete so much. Things that we need for context that I cannot provide to you. Although I do still have a few of her streams, because they are absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious.